My name is Jeff Houghton. I'm the host of The Mystery Hour, Springfield's best and only late night talk show.
So, okay, Jeff, we're talking about reality TV shows. You feel like the kind of guy that probably has dealt with reality TV shows at some bit. So, kind of tell me about your experiences with that.
Well, I have a couple different experiences with reality shows. I was a PA for a reality show, Sizzle Reel once, which is what they make to try to sell the networks, a few summers ago for like a few days. And then I've had conversations about a mystery hour behind the scenes reality show, but just kind of introductory conversations.
Now, talk about that, the mystery hour piece, because I've heard some interesting things about that they want to change the dynamic of who you were and kind of what was the mystery hour really about.
So once you understand that reality shows are loosely based in reality, I think they themselves call them unscripted television at this point. That's kind of a nod to, this is television, we aren't following a real script here, but maybe we're not reality. Is that once you understand that reality shows have a basis in reality, but what goes on in them isn't really reality because they're concerned with making good television, then they make a lot more sense. In LA, like in the entertainment industry, would be surprised by it in that like, they would say like, of course we're not. Of course we want to make great storylines and use what the people have created and kind of create stories within that world. But the idea that these are people this is a random person walking into whatever business without any prompting is kind of naive, but reality TV is presented as reality TV, so you wouldn't necessarily know that unless someone kind of pulls back the curtain for you.
So let's pull back the curtain. What was the offer and the thing that you were working with as a pitch that was for Mystery Hour?
There was no offer and no pitch, but there was a conversation.
So walk me through that conversation.
So the Mystery Hour is a bit of an anomaly in that it's in this smaller place in Missouri, in the Midwest, outside of a big media center. And so I met with a couple of companies that were just kind of interested in that as a story. And so the way their interest shows in a story like that is, well, how can we do this as a reality show? And so, yeah, they were good, fine meetings, but what they were interested in is like, who could we cast in your office? Can you work somewhere else? Just very ordinary things in the reality entertainment world that we would see as false, because why would we need to cast other writers when we have writers? Why would we need to put me working at a different place when I already work at a place? So they're interested in crafting a good story, and if elements of it don't match up exactly, then they'll make it so they match up better. To be honest, I don't know the last reality show I watched. I stopped watching reality shows several years ago, and I was like, oh wait, these aren't that real? So they lost interest for me.
So Betsy, we've been doing a series on the reality behind reality TV shows, and what I want to talk to you about is your experience with reality TVs. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Okay. Well, we were approached by HGTV to possibly do a show for their network. It has taken many, many, many months, actually almost a year, and we're kind of still in a holding pattern. We're not really sure what's going to happen, but it's been an interesting experience to say the least.
Was it what you expected?
No. It wasn't what I was expecting at all. I thought reality TV meant actual reality, because people tell me all the time your life is like a reality show, the clients I deal with, the stuff that I see, but they actually like to manipulate reality, so I wasn't expecting that.
Was there some things that really caught you off guard?
Well, obviously they had some not so nice things to say about maybe the way I talk, or my hair, or my makeup, or my clothes. Those were things I was not expecting. In the job that I do as an organizer, I get down and dirty a lot of times. You know, I'm not in a dress. I'm not in full makeup and hair. I'm usually with no makeup and a ponytail and, you know, work clothes. So it was interesting to have them think that I should look a certain way while still doing a job that maybe doesn't coincide with that look. So it's kind of weird.
Walk me through the process of what it takes to actually have a reality TV show.
Well, the biggest part is finding a production company, and I was so lucky to be approached by someone from Dallas that has a production company and wanted to partner with me, thought it was a great concept and really wanted to pitch the show. And so that was a huge part of it. You know, you can't just go knocking on doors and say, hey, I'm Betsy Miller and I want to have a show about organizing. It doesn't work that way. So securing that was a huge part of the deal. But, you know, lots of back and forth traveling, filming, coordinating my team. So it was a lot of work. I mean, it is different. It's definitely not what I thought it was. You know, you look at these TV shows out there and think, oh, I could do that. But what's interesting is when you're trying to be yourself and you're just being filmed and then somebody stops you and says, you know, we love all of it, but don't say the word red. Well, then all of a sudden, of course, all my brain is thinking of is red, 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 red. So it is kind of it's more difficult than it looks to be authentic and be who you are, but then have people stop you mid-sentence, mid-thought, and redirect you in a way that they think is going to be better. And I don't know, it was challenging for me. It really was.
Walk me through why you wanted to be on a reality TV show.
Well, my company, To Be Organized, I'm franchising. And so I thought, what better way to kind of get the word out nationwide than to have a show, obviously. I mean, you get some great press from that. And I also really believe in what I do. You know, there is such a need for companies like mine. It's a $100 billion industry, so it's nothing to laugh at. And so I thought, why not get that out there? There's nothing like it. You know, people have stuff. How do they deal with it? Let's have a show that kind of tackles that goes beyond the pretty. We wanted to kind of bring the pretty and the practical to HGTV. So that's why I wanted to do it.
At that point, if you're not able to accomplish that, then does it mean you walk away? I mean, is it not worth your time?
Well, I don't know if it's not worth my time as much as it's not worth me not being who I am. So I am a firm believer in being authentic. I'm not somebody who, you know, acts like there's something they're not. And I didn't want to put that out there. I feel like if they want to follow what I do and follow my clients and get some insight into a day in the life, it needs to be authentic and I have to stay true to myself. So I don't know that it's not worth my time as much as it's not worth me trying to be something I'm not.
What advice would you give to a business owner or someone that's thinking about participating in reality TV?
Well, you better have some thick skin, I would say that, and be prepared to work really hard. And, you know, to me, again, I want to be me and I don't want to be anybody else. And so I say, if you want to do something with reality TV or on TV in general, stay true to who you are, keep the authenticity of who you are and the integrity of your business. And I think that is exactly what I would tell people to do.